Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Manolis from Man United Fans Voice, and Brentford won, Manchester United 3, and finally the chance to make a happy match reaction video. I was actually starting to forget what they feel like. There are not many romantic things left in modern football, but watching young players coming through the youth system and being successful is definitely a romantic football story. There is nothing greater, in my opinion, than watching young players being given a chance and making the most of it. It is what our club was, is, and always will be all about. That was definitely a game of two halves. In the first half, United were very lucky to not go down. Once again, we looked disjointed, lacking ideas, not being able to break through Brentford's low block, having all sorts of defensive problems and relying heavily again on David De Gea making numerous brilliant saves. In the first 45 minutes, Manchester United looked like a team with players that didn't know what they were supposed to do again. We seemed like a team full of players that didn't know again how to execute the game plan. But the situation in the second half was completely different, and I must admit I was very impressed with Ralf Rangnick in this game. I think he managed the game very well. He made the right decisions at the correct moments, and he showed that he's not afraid to make big, difficult decisions. I do like that about him. That is the only way for a manager who is coming into a team full of big egos and big problems to have any chance of making things better, by showing great leadership. And you show good leadership by making big decisions. So fair play to him. I have said it many times before, and I believe it more and more. Bruno Fernandes is massively important to Manchester United. When Bruno plays well, United play well. Our team is very reliant on him, probably too reliant. So when his form drops slightly, then the team suffers massively. His performances are always going to be a factor that determines what this team achieves. And a very important reason for our performance improving so much in the second half was that Rangnick told him to move higher up the pitch and do exactly what Bruno does best. Be closer to the opposition box, be closer to our forwards, and provide them with scoring opportunities. But Manchester United need to find a way to dominate larger periods of the games. Manchester United need to find a way to dominate games from the start and then be able to dictate the games. Because at the moment it seems that most teams that face United are trying to find a plan to exploit our weaknesses. What we need to do is make other teams try to contain us, not exploit us. How many of us, when Brentford scored, went, "Oh no"? Probably most of us. That needs to stop. Ralf and the players need to find a way through that mental block. Years ago, when smaller teams faced United, they usually raised their game just for that occasion, just to play against Manchester United. Now it seems that when United face smaller games, then it is United that drops their game to the same level as the smaller teams. As for Ronaldo's reaction when he was taken off, I don't think it's worth analyzing it too much. I never expect from senior players to want to be taken off or be happy about it, and all top strikers want to score goals as often as possible. Cristiano has not scored because he has been injured, so I don't think it's something worth analyzing and worrying too much about. But in my opinion, there are two negatives about it. A, Cristiano is someone that sets examples, and personally, I as a father would not want my kids to copy that sort of behavior. And B, even though Rangnick, in my opinion, dealt with it perfectly, I am almost certain that if he will consider doing the same thing again, he might not go ahead and do it, even though he might think it is the right decision. He might not go ahead and do it because he will be worried about Cristiano reacting in the same way again. And if he does go ahead and do it, I am again almost certain that Ronaldo, under the same circumstances, will react in probably the same or even worse way. And it is okay to try and minimize and look past it when it's happened just once. But if it happens again, and especially at a club like Manchester United, then it might become a problem. Progress is usually difficult and it does take time. And we have definitely been through a lot of ups and downs. But I am a bit more optimistic after the first half against Aston Villa and after the second half against Brentford that Rangnick's methods are starting to come through. The first 35 minutes on Saturday and the second half last night indicate signs that the players are starting to understand what the manager is asking from them to do, and that the manager is starting to understand how to get the best of his squad. There is definitely still a lot of work to be done, but there are reasons to be cautiously optimistic. People, fans, me and you, we pay money to watch professional footballers play football. We do that because they are able to do it better than us. But that doesn't mean, the fact that they are professional footballers doesn't mean that they are not allowed to have a bad performance. The same way, like me and you can be bad at what we do every now and then, it's the same for them. They are humans like we are. But what I do not accept, and unfortunately it has been happening too often at Manchester United, we have been witnessing it more and more, is when professional footballers at this club stop behaving like professionals. Because, in my opinion, most of Manchester United's problems have nothing to do with the manager. They have nothing to do with tactics, formations and systems. Most of Manchester United problems have to do with the fact that certain individuals have stopped behaving professionally enough for this level. But it all starts, as we have said many times before, with bad decision making. Because no one can tell me that Van Gaal was not able to spot a good player and a bad one and separate them and choose the good one. No one can tell me that Jose Mourinho was not able to choose a good player. Unfortunately, what they wanted was not given to them. Because when Sir Alex left, the power was taken from the manager. Manchester United are no longer a football club that values trophies and titles. Manchester United are a business that happens to play football. This time I'm not going to say anything about this game hopefully being a turning point or something to build on, or that this could give the players a much needed confidence boost, or that United could start a great run from here. No, we've been here too many times. I am just happy about that second half and about the fact that United actually looked like a proper football team. Thank you very much for watching. That's all from me. Remember to press the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you all very soon. Glory, glory, Man United.